Now I'm muted. There we go. Now I'm not muted. How you doing? What's up, ecosystem? Welcome back to ATI. It's dispatching live. Really? We're going to do that again? Here we go. ATI, Auto Business, dispatching live. Take two. We got to figure out where to put the darn clapboard. What's going on, ATI, Auto Business Ecosystem? It's dispatching live. That means it is time for, yes, that's right. We're going to do off-the-cuff dispatching search advice. We're looking at load boards. We're talking about mobile apps, TMS, rates, brokers, pickup, delivery, trailers, equipment, really whatever you want to talk about. And that's what we do. It's a 90-minute show on ATI. And the purpose, what is the purpose? All right, it's infotainment, yes. But we got to talk about the stuff that nobody will talk about publicly. I know there are private conversations, I used to have them, about the stuff that we're talking about. We're going to drag it out in the sunlight, and we're going to talk about it live. Did you see what last show was about? We talked about vehicle free trial on their TMS. We talked about RPM emails with load sheets. We talked about how Cars Arrive doesn't really... We're not sure if they don't like dispatchers. It would seem they don't. We also don't want to say anything that's untrue, all right? We're going to take fact and speculation, stick it in a blender, and take a look at it. And I actually have. I created a new graphic called the Dispatching Live Effect. So stick around. We have a lot to do. Jump into the live chat. Actually, somebody contacted me a few days ago. I encourage them to jump in the live chat and say hello. Don't forget, if you're looking for equipment or you're trying to figure out what to do with your business, you can click share, click copy, grab that YouTube link, and what you want to do is you want to go say hello to Ty. You can call or text our friend Ty Thompson, 417-483-2764. I just put it in the live chat. He really does want to hear from you. And people now know Ty's phone number. Random people know Ty's phone number. But Sue, how are you doing this morning? Oh, wait, here we go. Cue up the drum roll. I was running late. Oh, I don't even have it? You can't even hear it? Dang it. Yeah, I was trying to, you know what I was doing is I was trying to get ready for some of the trade show activity. So here we go. Drum roll for Sue, please. Please do welcome once again on a Thursday my co-host. She's your friend. Her name is Sue. Sue, can you see me and hear me okay?
I can.
All right, cool.
Can you hear me?
I can see you. I can see your load board and I can hear you.
You just cannot see me.
Yeah. So, all right, we like to start out with the load search volume and what's going on. Take it away, Sue.
So we are at 44,522. Last week we were at 54,207. So it's gone down about 10,000. That's kind of what I thought was going to happen.
You called it. You literally called that. I guess. Yeah. That's the dead-on siren.
Yeah. Yep. And I mean, it's expected. Now, we are getting some weather in again, so it may bulk up again.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens. But, I mean, I know you got a little bit up there in Kansas City, and I'm sure St. Louis probably got it too. We were supposed to get some down here, but apparently we're just getting rain and a little bit of pretend snow. So, so everybody knows I like snow. Not for the drivers, but I like snow. Anyways, but we didn't get anything really, and it's just still raining. I don't know about the rest of the world, though. I don't know if this is moving to the East Coast or not.
Right. Well, you didn't say bomb cyclone, so that's good. But I'll tell you, you know, speaking of transportation and logistics craziness, boy, I smell a meme. What's going on with airlines, dude? I mean, I thought we were going to get through this thing.
I don't know. What? I haven't heard.
The FAA is saying, like, I don't know if it's a hack or I don't know what they're doing.
Oh.
Dude, the airline, well, Southwest. I don't know about all airlines, but Southwest is still having problems.
Really?
Allegedly. I don't know what it is, but there's still thousands of money or thousands. What? No, I don't know. They're not brokers. Okay. Come on. Okay. Actually, I should have said carriers or dispatchers. So Jay, you get the button.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of, I want to say hello to our friends popping in. Exclusive Logistics. There's Vance saying
Vance.
hello from Myrtle Beach. What's going on, Vance? Joe at Car Shipper has a howdy. What's going on, Joe? Great to see you guys. Thanks for saying hello, tuning in. Um, it, I don't know. I don't know if we get a Golden Globe, but I think this might be the craziest and most informative weekly show on YouTube and transportation. Am I right or am I right? Or am I right?
You are absolutely right.
I just did a
We
little
definitely need
Groundhog's
a
Day
Golden
impression
Globe.
too of Needle Nose Ned. All right, so now, yeah, I come flying out of the chute. I can't help it. And by the way, this shirt reminds me of the Halloween show.
Why? Because you have on orange?
Well, I don't. Yeah, I mean, really, is it that simple? Okay, that's a Nothing Burger,
Did you have
right?
orange
Live.
on the day of
Nothing
of the
Burger
show?
Live. That's the new name of this show. Fritz Duval says hello. Silver
Fritz.
Mint has his ears on. As Ty likes to, you got your ears on in there, driver. All right, mic check 1 2. Everybody's getting bells for Christmas. So what is happening? I mean, how are your drivers going? Your loads? What's happening?
Well, other than breakdowns, which everybody has been dealing with lately on a regular basis, we've been still, I mean, we've been getting pretty good loads. Let's see.
Really, you've been getting
keeping
good
everybody
loads?
loaded. Yeah, we
Okay.
really have.
All right.
We just took a load from Kansas City down to Louisiana, just to I think Baton Rouge, and it paid 100, 900, and 500. Paid $2,200. And it was only like 800 miles, so I didn't think that was too bad.
How many vehicles?
3.
No, that's nice. It was a 3-car trailer.
Yeah, he's a
Right.
3-car wedge.
Oh, heck yeah, that's a great load. Yeah.
And then we took a load out of Austin, or no, San Antonio, going into Memphis that paid about the same price. $2,200. Yeah, and I think
Again,
it's like
another 3-pack?
No, not a 3-pack.
No.
It was 3 different units, but this guy also can carry big stuff. One was a 3,500, one was a 15, and then one was a little Kia.
But
Soul
over
or
to
something like
Memphis,
that.
that's not bad at all.
No, huh? No, it was good money.
Shoot, yeah.
Now I gotta get them out of Memphis, of course.
Plus, but well, yeah, Memphis isn't the easiest of
No.
the 4 cities you named.
No,
But Kansas
we're gonna
City's
look out of Nashville too.
Kansas City's not always the most reliable either, as far as because you
No,
got to look at
sometimes-
Wichita and
Yeah,
right?
Wichita I stay
Yeah.
out of as much as possible. Kansas City, usually stuff will come up, but unfortunately, a lot of it goes to Dallas.
Yeah.
Which, unless
Right.
my driver lives there, I
Love
don't
that.
like to
This
go
is when
there.
this
Yeah.
is when you're playing shoots and ladders.
Yes.
Because that shoot was great. Now what do you do?
Yeah. Well, and that's what this driver lives in Dallas, but I didn't want to send him because then I'd lose a whole day. So we sent him down to Louisiana, and we already got him out of Louisiana too, going to Dallas. So
Nice.
yeah, so he's already loaded for home for getting home on Saturday. And then like I said, I have 2 drivers down with their trucks down. One's a transmission, one's something else that we're waiting on parts for.
Let's pause. Good. How often do you have? Okay, how many drivers do you have?
Total across the board, or
Well, let's do this one. No, like let's say a dispatcher has 5 drivers.
right.
How often is one of your drivers down with maintenance?
At least every once week or twice or every 2 weeks.
Right?
Yeah.
So you basically have 4 drivers.
That's why I always tell dispatchers that if you're going to
Pro tip.
have, yeah, if the most anybody should have as an individual with no help would be 5. Okay. And that's still kind of rough when you're doing accounting and stuff like that.
Yes.
But I always say have 5 because you usually only have 4 on the road. And I mean, it's just a typical thing. They either have maintenance or they're off for their time. Because like I've got a guy that goes out for 3 or 4 weeks at a time, and then
Yeah.
he'll stay home a week or 2. So
It's like family time.
yeah. So you have that kind of stuff too happening. So, and then just like at Christmas time, hardly any of us had, well, between Christmas and New Year's, hardly any of us had any drivers. I think
Right.
I had 2 drivers on the road.
Right. And there's Vance.
Yeah.
Vance. Vance is like, yeah, every week. Same thing, right? Exactly. So you have to
Yeah.
budget for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You don't want to just blow your money. You got to put it back, put it away for the times like at Christmas time. Like I said, 2 weeks out of the year, you're going to very rarely have maybe 1 or 2 drivers running because 1, it's really hard to do. two, they want to be home too. So, like this time, because everything fell on what, Saturday and Sunday, most of our drivers would have stayed out. But then I have, the guys that's it. I'm still off that week. So, and the next week. So, and I get it. It doesn't bother me. I have already planned for it. I've been doing this for years, so I kind of know what to expect. But if you're a newbie and you're just starting out, just keep those things in mind. Don't put your money away for those times that happens, or God forbid you have two or three drivers down at the exact same time, which does happen. I
Well,
know it happened
yeah.
to Alina not too long ago too. She has three drivers and two of them were down, and one of them I think is still down, and I don't know if he's coming back. He blew up his
Well,
truck or something.
and there's the compounding problem is
Yeah,
that this already existed, but now with supply chain issues
then it makes it even
and
harder.
inflation, right? They're down even longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they can't get parts, or they have to wait for the parts to be sent in, and then I don't know where they got to get the parts. It's just like breaking an axle on your trailer. One of the hardest things to find is that axle without
Ooh.
ordering it and taking 2 to 3 weeks. That's
Ooh.
just normal. Unless you live by someplace or you found somebody that's got an old trailer that, was broke down and they're going to let you use it, that kind of thing. I've had that happen, luckily enough, in Dallas, because there's probably a lot
So,
there.
if you've got a moment, go pick up donuts for your favorite mechanic. Do it now.
Yes. Yes. Although if you can't get the part, you're screwed. You don't matter anyways. But still,
What? He what?
I said even if they don't have the parts, you're screwed anyway. So pass on the
Oh.
donuts. So
Oh yeah.
save
Well,
your money.
pick him up at Costco. Or,
Yeah.
Sorry, Costco.
So
We love you, Costco. All right, so let's see here. Cool. We're almost 15 minutes in the show. Love that. Got a few items. We'll go into some dispatching live news and stuff. I'm chomping at the bit to tell you about the dispatching live effect. I learned something. And
okay.
Chris Chamberlain's not here yet, and hopefully he shows up. But I want to do this when Chris Chamberlain is here because I thank you, Chris Chamberlain. I actually just learned something about the dispatching live effect, and I want to share something. But I want Chris to be here when I share it, so because we learned that I I can't believe I'm going to say Scientology right now. If you've seen the Tom Cruise Matt Lauer interview, I know, canceled. If you've seen these gentlemen from an interview many years ago, where Tom Cruise was telling Matt that he knows all about psychology,
Uh-huh.
and there are also people that are like, oh, psychology, junk science, all that stuff. Well, psychology is real, and if you pay attention, we can really learn something even about ourselves. And that's actually, I had an epiphany this morning from a video Chris shared with me, and he shared it with me, I think it was right after last week's show. And I watched the video and I was like, yeah. I watched it again this morning and I had a whole new outlook of
Really?
what. Yeah, and I thought, well, now that's really weird. I mean, the video hasn't changed. I
You just
changed.
saw it differently. Yeah.
I changed.
Yeah.
What? From this video? Anyways, I had never seen this movie before, and I'd heard of this movie. It's a scene from the movie, which hopefully doesn't get me canceled on YouTube. Which, I shared. So Dowlett was on the show a week ago Tuesday. He was the dispatcher guy I was talking about.
Hmm.
And he shared a video, and it as the audio track, because he edited it, he used a keyboard rendition of a famous song soundtracky moment from Blade Runner. YouTube found that. YouTube can find keyboard renditions of soundtracky moments. Don't mess around. Don't try to play. Who's looking for loads? What is this? Show J. Do you guys look for loads?
Well, Bold has a question for us.
Oh, good. What happens when you break down loaded? Oh, no. Sue?
So
Oh,
I just
good
had this
question.
happen, by
Thank
the
you,
way.
Bold.
But
Ah.
actually, I have it happen a lot. But anyways, we had a 2 and a 1, and we had just left Atlanta, and his torque converter went out plus something else that goes with the torque converter. Anyways, so what we did was we just returned them to the auction, but that isn't always the case. Um, I've had it where my driver has been stuck in different places, and now one of my trucks has another truck, so he'll send the other one over there to unload at least, and then he'll put the truck that broke down on the trailer and bring it back. But I've had another driver that got stuck up in Indianapolis, and they were supposed to fix him. You know, it took them a month to get him fixed, which was crazy. And so what we did is we had the broker relist them on Central Dispatch to pick them up from the driver. Now, here's the thing about that. They still have to get paid something for doing what they did. Now, I've had like Metro and mainly Metro will do it. They'll pay you for whatever you've done. Like they figure out whatever they think they should pay you to get to that certain point and then pay out the difference, right? But not all brokers do that. Some brokers will just say, well, you're screwed and you're just going to eat that expense of driving there. So it all depends on who they are and what they want to do. I've had like where I've brokered out a load to people. And here's the worst part of it. Always let the broker know, because otherwise you're going to get a negative. Communication is key in this industry, and this is what happens with us. And I'm sure I'm not the only broker. They don't let anybody know. They won't answer the phones. Week later, you're still trying to get a hold of them. At a certain point, you're sitting there going, I'm going to call the cops and turn you guys in. Then you finally get the phone call, and then you find out where they're at and what's going on. But always tell the broker what's going on so that they know and so they can make the decision. Don't list the cars yourself on Central. I don't recommend doing it unless the broker tells you to do that. And the reason being is this. If you have somebody else, say you brokered it out as a transporter, which is a no-no, but anyways, if they come pick it up and they damage that car, guess who they're coming after? They're not coming after the guy you gave it to. They're coming after you. So I don't recommend listing them yourselves. I usually make the broker do it unless it's just some, I don't want to say it like this, but there's some out there that just do not care, that do Copart and IA cars, and they'll just tell you to do it. So if that's the case, do it, but I don't recommend doing it. Does that answer the question?
Well, you brought up a lot of great stuff. I just want to give a round of applause. That was awesome in that you raised several important points. I don't have a breakdown of the points. One is that the broker you're hauling for, if you think that you're just picking up a load and who cares about each other, right? Who cares? Right. So they cussed at me when I got the load. I got the load.
Yeah.
If something goes wrong, that guy that cussed at you, that's who you're going to have to work with.
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
So think about who you're hauling for. If they're so bad just to get the load, skip it, dude.
Yeah. Yep.
Skip it. The other thing is what you said about posting on Central Dispatch. Yeah, if you think you're just going to sneakily, right, do a post and everything will, work out. Whoa, baby.
Yeah.
Whoa. Because not only is that illegal, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It wasn't the dispatcher. That's an illegal act, which you just have to know that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't no highfalutin sheriff, okay? But it is an illegal act that you might think you have the moral right, but you don't have the legal right. And the reason I point this out is because your insurance company will crush your brains if they find out the hard way.
Right. Right.
I mean, it'll be a cost your business decision.
Yeah, you'll be done
F you up. So, you got to go back to that guy that cussed at you, tell him what happened, tell him what's going on, and man, I mean, we could make a whole show about brokers that will work with you.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty that won't.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen it. I think we've talked about it on this show. A broker that said, oh, well, you broke down. All right, well, we're going to go pick it up. It's going to cost us $1 million. Yep. And not only do you not get any money for hauling it 2/3 of the way, didn't you have a guy that brought it like 4/5 the way?
Yeah, he brought it. He was only 200 miles away from his job. And then they took They only gave him like
200
what did I tell
bucks?
you? Like
Was it?
yeah,
I
it
don't
was like
know.
$500, and they gave the driver that took it the 200 miles $500 a
Yeah.
vehicle and told us to. But he's also the driver that drove up to their place in Iowa, stood on their doorstep, and said, "You're going to pay me." And guess what? They paid him. Yeah. So you also have to have some balls in this industry too.
Whoa. Well, and that is. Was he loading the shotgun while he said it? I mean, oh my
No, he just
God, that's
showed up when he
wild, dude.
said, "You guys need to pay me for this load. This isn't right." And the guy said, "If you never talk to me again, I will give you the money." And he said, "Okay, give me the money." And that was it.
Speaking of wow, speaking of loaded shotgun deliveries, got a call this morning from a broker. Ty says this. I got a call this morning from a broker who
Hmm.
had a carrier get his truck impounded with cars on it.
Yeah.
20 days later, $3,000 on the line. What do you do?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wow. That's crazy.
The carrier had his truck impounded. Yeah, let's find out. Truck still parked and insurance downgraded till spring 2023.
So, what do you do in that situation? Well, first, I guess you call the impound and find out what you got to do. Is 3K what he has to pay to get it out?
I
You think?
mean, which I don't know. Yeah, I don't. We're missing a lot of details, but I mean, I like the
That's a scary thought,
keep the
truly.
details coming. If you've got anything, yeah. I mean, so why is it 3,000? Why was the carrier impounded?
Tow plus storage is what he said.
Tow plus storage.
So I wonder if you talked to the tow company if you could get the cars
Yeah, can you get the
because
cars
they'll
off
keep
the
the truck and
trailer?
trailer,
That's
right?
what I'm thinking. Because the
As
cars are not part of the deal,
no.
right?
And honestly, I don't know if they
And that's
could.
not your property. In fact, right?
Right.
Those
Yeah, I think
cars
you
are
could call
not
the
your property.
cops.
You can't. That's
Yeah.
right. That's
Yeah.
right.
So I think you could get the cars out of
Call
there
the
with no
cops.
problem. Call the cops,
Call the
have
cops.
them come out and
Those cars aren't
talk
your
to the tow
property.
yard. Yeah. Truck and trailer, sure. But
Yeah.
those cars belong to people. You can't just keep them. So yeah, I think I would go around and talk to the tow company. If that didn't work, I'd talk to the police next and see. So Ty just said tried it and the tow company said no. I'd call the cops.
Oh yeah, I'd call the police too. Yeah, have fun. In fact, it's time to play Turn the Tables. Who wants to
Yeah.
turn the tables?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Tu-
I'd find
Play
out
Turn the
if there could
Tables.
be
Call the police.
anything they could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, yeah. Bring extra flashlights because we got them. Let's see here. Just found my phone in the garage. Oh, Chris Chamberlain is with us. Cool. Then I'm going to go into Dispatching Live news. Keep the questions and topics coming. I really do. I just want to stop and say, I know, it sounds like we're having a good old time and we're just going to take pot shots at everybody, but we really do appreciate everybody that joins in the live chat, watches live and on demand, and participates and shares, because this is important. To me, Dispatching Live is a public service. Without this show, companies can say and do whatever they want, and they do. They will continue to do it.
Yeah.
And you'll begin to see the disparities between what we talk about here and what companies are saying and doing. And as you identify more and more disparities growing over time, that could cause some change. Let's go into some industry news. Okay. And if you got a load you want to look for, something like that, feel free to put it into the live chat. I think that's a segment coming up at 2, actually. In fact, this is a good time. I'm going to say this too. Here, if you've got an extra like, if you find one laying around somewhere, look around you. And if you find that extra like, just slap it on the screen for me. We really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. We always like to say that, yes, these are thermonuclear Thursdays here on Dispatching Live because we're here to blow up the false narrative. We're just going to blow it up. Pump Dispatching Live into your dispatching office. Send it to the executive at the upper corner office that never listens. That means he won't watch. Okay. Okay, the Dispatching Live effect. This is it. This is for Chris Chamberlain. Okay. I talked about the video that Chris sent me last week. I watched it again this morning and I realized the Dispatching Live effect it's having on other people, the psychology. All right, let's roll the video, and then I'll explain what's going on. Here we go. Now, wait a minute. Wait a second. Okay, there we go. Now, you should be able to hear it, Sue.
Inflation is obviously a serious problem.
All right. We're setting up for a new CarMax commercial.
You want the solution to inflation? Hi, friends. Marshall Lucky here for New Deal Used Cars, where we're battling inflation not only by fighting high prices, not only by murdering high prices, but by blowing the living shit out of high prices. Yes, sir, you heard me right. Now, here's an example. 1973 Cadillac Coupe de Ville for $62.99. That price is too high.
That's the corner opposite.
Used cars. You never saw this movie? It's hilarious.
Which movie is it?
It's used cars.
Oh, I have seen it.
I don't think I'd ever seen it before.
It's been a long
And
time.
I don't know why Kurt Russell's kissing her, but I love this TV commercial.
I'm going to send this to my boss. You're going to love this.
Yes, sir? The guy's wearing a shirt that says high prices. So if you can't tell what's going on, the guy's shooting high prices. That's what he's doing. And then he always says, yes, sir. Because he works in Dallas.
Kurt Russell.
That guy owns the brokering company. And this guy's a dispatcher. Okay, that is essentially it. But what I learned was, so the first time, let me get the, okay, the first time I saw this, and you can take the screen, or no, I'm still on the screen.
Go ahead.
Oh, Chris Chamberlain threw in $20. Hey, Chris. Thank you so much, buddy. Really do appreciate it. What I learned was, Chris sends me the video at the end of Dispatching Live, or somewhere around the end of last week's show. And I watched it afterwards, and I watched it, and I was like, oh, yeah, it's kind of funny. It's kind of Monty Python-ish. It's strange. It's cars. That was about it. I watched it again this morning, and I'm like, wait a minute. Not only is this hilarious, but this is what happens when somebody first watches this show, is they think, yeah, they're kind of talking about transportation. But the more you tune in, you're like, whoa, now wait a minute. This is the heart of transportation. Because it's so crazy, you have no choice but to laugh.
True.
All right, quite a build-up, but I just wanted to say that I think I get it now. I think I get why we're still at, 20 viewers. Because this show is almost too much. There's no way... Jay, I can't tune in and watch this show. You guys can't be telling me the truth. Yeah, it is the truth. It's scary. It's scary truth. Welcome to Dispatching Live. In fact, that's why we call it a transportation dumpster fire. The dumpster is on fire. Okay? And here's the problem. Because not only, it goes both ways. Carriers don't feel appreciated by brokers. Well, brokers have loads they dispatch to otherwise great carriers, and they get let down. Like what? You had a great paying load, so you kicked your feet back and took it easy and stayed at home an extra day? Why? You don't know all the moving parts that went into what they expected at delivery. This is why exactly shows up on stupid dispatch sheets now. Because they got to put you on the spot. Like, you got to deliver exactly that day. You can't lie about this.
Right.
Don't screw this up again. That's a dumpster fire. We have it. I know there's nobody that did this except somebody did it. All right. And so we are on ATI. We're not only on Dispatching Live, but we're following this disconnect every week. We go to the trade shows. We're on social media. We go live. We even have advertisers. But as I told you earlier, Sue, if I got somebody I really like and then post a 20-cent load on Central, they leave me no choice.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to talk about it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't post cheap crap on the load board and make me talk about it. I will. Because I don't even work here.
Well,
Which is one of the other things that makes ATI so special. We're not beholden to any one company. This is your universal resource. All right. Okay, Jay. Jeez. And it is what it is. Oh, well. See, this is what we said before. And this is actually why I started this channel. Really, is it is what it is. That's it. That's it. It is what it is. Uh-huh. And welcome to Car Hauling, Jay. I think that people want to hear the 7,000 and 10,000 weeks, but this channel is where the truth is. Well, yeah, I'd love to hear roses all day. I would love to hear that everybody's software is the freaking best, and that everybody's a universal global phenomenon. I would love that.
yeah.
But if
I
you
wish.
are a universal global phenomenon, and you're emailing out 43-page load sheets, and that's how I find it, come on, man. Come on. Oh, it is what it is. Uh-huh. Well, we'll see how long it remains it is what it is. Because I want to know in a year if that 43-page email is still being emailed. Let's put a bookmark. But, well, you know, this is auto transport. It is what it is. We love to say to people, show me the truck. Send me an email, autotransportintel@gmail.com. Show me the truck. What are we talking about? What's your question? People love talking about equipment, and we talk about that here too. All right. We got some, pay attention because there will be a quiz later. You think I'm kidding. Okay. Accidents caused by semi-truck drivers by the numbers. Each year, around 4,600 fatal accidents involving semi-truck drivers occur. About 182,000 people suffer injuries and crashes with large trucks and buses annually. Accidents involving semi-trucks often cause substantial injury due to the much larger size of a big truck. A fully loaded semi-truck can weigh 80,000 pounds. We all know that, kind of. That can mean a lot of force hitting a driver, especially when the accident involves a smaller passenger vehicle. Look who shared this, by the way. A law group.
Yeah. I'm
okay?
sure.
So, do you think a law group might make a lot of money off these numbers?
Oh,
You're
fuck
darn tootin'.
Absolutely.
Hey, what is your route scout? You can share it here. We want to know if there's a way we can help you out. Oh, here's some more. Renee Lowe. You're going to hear her name again. Remember the name Renee Lowe of Harding Brooks Insurance Agency. Okay, and she shared this on LinkedIn. Did you know, speaking of lawyers, the average jury claims award in 2012 was $2.6 million? The average jury claims award. The average jury claims award in 2019 was... Did it double? Did it triple? No, ladies and gentlemen. It went way, way up.
Yeah.
I'm shooting high prices.
Yeah.
Okay. 17.5 million.
Wow.
17.5.
Wonder what it is now.
Dude, exactly. The number of commercial auto insurance claims involving attorneys increased by more than 20% in 4 years.
Average. Let me look it up.
Whoa.
Jury
Yeah, you look that up.
claims.
But, you know, hey, did you get the memo? Do you know about this? Let's see here. Oh, okay. This meme is now staying because there are people that want to crush the dispatchers. That's right. They want to crush them into the ground. Because it's not the carrier's fault that he illegally posted on Central Dispatch. Come on, man. It's the dispatcher. Oh, speaking of dispatchers, I got this question. All right, here's the question I got a few days ago. I want to start my dispatching company, and I need access to Central Load Board. Can you help?
No.
Right, Sue. Tell me more, Sue. Take it away.
Yeah, you can't have an account with Central if you're a dispatching company. Your drivers have the accounts, which obviously that if you've never done this before, that's going to hurt you because you don't know what you're saying or what you're doing. Um, it's hard to start a dispatch company without having access to Central, like you don't already have a driver. And it's near to impossible just to say, hey, I've never done this before. Could you sign up with me with a transporter too on top of that? I mean, most transporters, like we've been getting weird calls about this stuff and going through other dispatch companies. I think I talked about one that stole his ID and then went out and took out a loan. We've had several come to us that are they're asking them for money up front. We've had several say as soon as they get them a load, they want the money right then and there for the load, which is also bizarre. There a lot of these dispatch companies are just coming up out of the woods with no background, no idea of what they're even doing. Always do, if you're going to hire somebody, always ask for references and really, I would grill them because then you'll know if they know what they're talking about. I mean, we answer anything and everything. We explain exactly what we do. And you can throw any question at us, and most of we've already come through or had happen. But if you grab a dispatch company that's never done this before, that's kind of a scary proposition in this day and age, to be honest with you, because they could get you into a world of crap, ruin your name in 2 seconds flat, and then you're done. So don't just like we're getting these emails and texts from people from one of them is called MDA. I don't know who they are. I don't think they speak English because some of their stuff is really wacky when you send it. You can tell when someone sends you an email if it's right or not. You know what I mean? But do references, do all that stuff. Make sure you get the right company that you need and want, and that's going to help you in the long run. And I've got openings, so call me.
All right, and I'm glad. Listen, so here we go. Cool. That's one aspect, and a very important aspect. In fact, what Sue just pointed out is when you, as a dispatcher, approach an anonymous carrier, they're thinking what Sue just said.
I was like, I'll call a service.
Okay?
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean your company is that. It doesn't mean that that is you. It just means that's what others are thinking. It's kind of like when you go, you go up on the porch and you knock on the door and you have to ring the bell and finally somebody comes to the door. In fact, it's 2023. I don't think people even answer the doors anymore. But when they did in the 80s and the screen door kicks open and, they got holding a cigarette and they're looking at you like, what do you want? And they're pointing at all the no solicitor signs and, you're bugging me. I got eggs on the griddle and all that.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's what you're dealing with when you're trying to solicit somebody as your dispatcher. Okay, so know that going in. There's your psychology on that. Okay, but it doesn't mean that's you. Maybe you're trying to run a legit business and you see a job, an opportunity. How are you going to break through? Well, sending random texts won't do it.
No.
And you need to know,
Emails.
yes, you cannot get access to Central as a dispatcher. A carrier can get access, and it's the carrier's access that you want and use, and that's how you're helping the carrier. So what you don't need access to Central, you need carriers.
Yes.
Start with
Unless
one.
you're a broker.
Right, exactly. And again, I'm talking about dispatchers. Again, this is for the folks that are just positive that dispatchers need to be crushed and they're terrible and nasty, brutish, short people. Dude, forget about it. Anybody that's positive about that, you don't need to talk to them. They don't know what they're talking about. They had a terrible experience in the 70s and they never forgot the trip. Okay? But if you want to run a dispatch company and you want to do it legitimately, that actually does exist. And thank God the FMCSA actually sees that too. All right, so they're not going to throw you in jail because you want to be a dispatcher. But you need to be right about it. You need to understand it. You don't want access to Central. You want access to a carrier's Central dispatch account.
Right.
So how do you get your first carrier? And that brings me back to, where did you get the idea to be a dispatcher?
Yes. You're right. There's the thing. Where did you get the idea and
Where?
who told you were going to make millions of
If
dollars?
you don't already know any carriers, and you know, watched a video that said you'd get rich quick and there were escalators and a guy's walking a dog, check yourself. Because if you don't already know a carrier, I don't even know why you're asking. But
Yeah.
I'm also trying to be cool about the way I say this. I'm not trying to chase you off. There's plenty of room for great service providers.
Yeah. Well,
But-
and I mean, or go to another dispatching company and talk to them about working underneath them, or because you're going to need training too.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
On the job training, work for a company.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting too? Because I had another guy ask me what was a fair rate. And the rate that he was working for a company, I don't know anything about the company.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is or what or how new or what. But I think they were paying him 3% to be a dispatcher. And I
Wow.
said, can you live on 3%? Because if
No.
you can't, there's your answer.
Yeah.
And then I asked her, what can you live on? Could you live on 5%? I know there's a buffer there.
Yeah.
Because the company you were working for, if they were, oh, there he is. He's here. That was me. Awesome.
Oh, he's the one that sent the message?
About, I think, the 3%.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Yeah. And I said, so there it is. Okay. You know the company you work for isn't going to tell you how much they charge. Probably. At least not in the first 90 days.
Right.
But when you find out what they charge, obviously you can't take what they charge because otherwise they're working for free, then they go out of business and none of it'll matter.
Right.
So they charge X and then somewhere below that is your Y.
Right.
Now, if X is here and your Y is here, you got a problem.
Right.
If their X is here and your Y is here, they got a problem.
Yeah.
So you got to find out, right? This is economics, pricing, salary,
Right.
living expenses, etc. So I kind of got off track, but all of that does go into where do you fit into the picture and why are you, where did you come from? Like if your previous experience was like working in a hospital and serving fried chicken, where'd you get this idea? I ask it again. Where did you get the idea? Oh, Chris had to take off. By the way, Chris said, this is so funny. Chris said, that's so smart. In the commercial, in used cars, he's shooting the cars at the dealership across the street.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's funny.
That's why what's his face is kissing the girls too, so she
Because
doesn't.
he
see
court.
what's going on.
Oh, well, maybe
Gotcha.
she's probably the daughter. I bet, right?
Or
She's
the-
the daughter of the guy of the
Who owns
dealership
the
across the
dealership.
street. $5. All right. All right, here we go.
Or his mistress, something like that.
Okay, speaking of narratives and disparaging truth. Not disparaging. Okay, see, I know a company that's paying to run ads about how great home delivery is. Newsflash. Nobody cares about home delivery anymore. They care about any delivery.
And the price.
And you ain't going to hear that anywhere but ATI. No, sir. You are not going to. All right. Toot my own horn. Welcome to Auto Transport. Grab a mask and jump right in. I do every Thursday. Join me. Okay. Sue, you had this. What in the world is this?
So they asked me for a load. And I'm looking at this going, are you kidding me? You have 2 positives and 4 negatives. How are you even getting any loads? I said, you can't haul for me. But I'm like, how could they haul for anybody? They just started. They got a 33.3. Who would give them loads? I wouldn't. I mean, I didn't. But if you're looking at that, would a normal broker give that person a load? I don't think so.
It's so crazy.
That's crazy. You've already ruined your business in what he started in November. So you've already ruined your business in just a couple months' time, basically.
Maybe
And
this is...
It could have been they broke down and they just don't understand. And
Yeah.
they could, I mean, I don't want to say it like this. They could have a bad dispatcher too that doesn't know what they're doing and took loads, canceled loads, didn't tell anybody. Negative, negative, negative too. I have that happen a lot. I've been getting a lot of dispatchers and I can tell they're a dispatcher just by the way they talk to me in the text. And they will say some of the stupidest shit. I mean, like literally, like I got one just a few minutes before we got on the show. You know, I put my loads on Central and I tell you exactly, I'm like, residents to whatever need winch. And they seriously said to me, do you have a forklift on the pickup and delivery? I said, it says right there, residents to dealer need winch. And they're like, oh, okay, sorry. So I know they're a dispatcher that's not reading stuff and doing what they're supposed to do. I mean, don't get me wrong, we all screw up. But when it happens regularly because you're not paying attention and you're not following through, then I mean, this is why dispatchers on some respects have the reputation they have, is because you have dumb people out there doing this kind of stupid shit. So, you know. I had a guy who was worse than this the other day, by the way.
Well,
after I got that notification, I got somebody else asked me for the same load, and they had like a 40%. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Okay, I got two things to say. One is, Ty, is this what happens when you watch get-rich-quick videos on YouTube and jump into car hauling? Is it?
I think some of it is.
Some of it's got to be.
Because nobody does a business plan or anything.
This guy knows nothing of how this works.
No. Because if he did, he would have made sure none of that would be on there so that you could haul cars.
Because, let's be honest, how hard is it to get 1 or 2 positive ratings from somebody?
Not really. I mean, especially
it's
if you
like,
ask for
it's
them,
like asking somebody to look around and see if they can find a like to slap on the screen.
I mean,
it's not that hard. The other thing is, here's the really funny part, Ty, is this guy in the 10,000 carriers list that you said to somebody to impress them about how big your company is? Okay, I'm going to swipe at it again. There are companies that are positive that the only thing that matters is advertising home delivery. There are also companies that are advertising how many carriers they have, and that's what makes them so universal and global.
Right.
This guy's one of your carriers. This guy is one of the carriers on your list that makes you universal and global. And you don't even know it.
Right.
So thanks for playing Turn the Tables. Okay.
So I have a little tidbit to throw at you real quick because it's happening right now.
Oh, wow.
So we took a load for Metro from, where was it at, Jen? Up in Illinois, St. Louis area down to Mississippi. It was paying outrageous. It was like $1.47 a mile. My driver just showed up to deliver it to the dealership there in Mississippi, and the guy says, I am not accepting this vehicle. You can't even leave it here because my buyer spent over $6,000 more than what it was worth. What does that have to do with us? We just transported the thing. Yeah.
From where to where?
It was a little north of St. Louis, about 50 miles, and it was going down into Mississippi, probably 100 miles below, not even that, below Memphis. 40 miles below Memphis. And like I said, it was paying outrageous. It was paying $750, which you don't ever see that anyways. But anyways, yeah, he's refusing to take it because their buyer spent $6,000 more than what the truck was even worth to buy. So he won't even let us leave it there for Metro to figure out what they got to do.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, did you just say the name of the broker too?
Yeah, I did.
So have you talked to them? It's
not their fault.
No,
yeah,
it's not.
Jen's you already talked to Metro. They're trying to figure something out what we're going to do with this truck.
So my guess is
it was sold through CarOffer.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's awesome that we know that too.
I know.
Whoa. Now pause, everybody. Because if you're tuned in now, not only are we shooting high prices, yes sir, but we just heard an intersection actual live moment of where transportation meets other verticals. Yep. You just mentioned dealer. Mm-hmm. Because I know there are folks that are positive they don't need to know anything about dealers.
Right.
And yet you just mentioned something about dealer. And when you said buyer, you mean the buyer at the dealership that's acquiring vehicles, right?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
See, and I knew that because I actually open a newspaper once a year. Okay, the other thing is you mentioned CarOffer. right?
Yeah, that's who
Car,
sold it. Yeah.
CarOffer is a vehicle acquisition online tool. And what's interesting about CarOffer, there's many online tools, don't be afraid. The online tool CarOffer is meant where it's meant to connect dealers to other dealers seamlessly without people on phones. And so, and you just heard, this buyer bought through the online exchange without talking with anybody, maybe without,
I don't know. Yeah.
went with an
Guy is
and
seriously
this is
pissed.
where digital auction platforms, which is similar to an online platform. CarOffer, in fact, I think CarOffer says they're an online auction platform. Let's go to caroffer.com. Here we go. Let's bring this up here. Let's just do this. This will be a buy. Here's our CarOffer free advertisement. And this isn't CarOffer's fault. It's not the transporter's fault.
No.
It's just part of living in the ecosystem. All right, caroffer.com, and follow along at home, because this is what we're talking about. Auto transport is not just watching a video of somebody saying you get rich, talking to your buddy at the truck stop, driving around delivering cars and catching money from the sky. Not even close. You got to know what these different things are that have popped up in the industry. CarOffer.com. Buy, sell, and trade with over 13,000 dealers nationwide. So he did it. The buyer went up here and he bought. And how'd that work out?
Fairly
He paid.
well.
He paid. Here's my question: how did he know? How does he know he paid $6,000 too much?
That's a good question. How does he know that?
And why does he know now and not before?
Right, before it got transported. Yeah. That part
But-
I don't get
and
either. Is he
wait-
a manager or
No,
anything?
and
then?
wait a minute. When
He's a
during,
manager. He's a manager.
Well, okay, he's a manager, but when during transport did he find this out? Because
Yeah.
didn't he say it when the transporter got there?
Yeah, he's telling our transporter while he's standing there, and he's the general manager
Okay.
of the store.
So, wait a minute. Did the broker get a phone call from this guy? Who knew before the car was delivered that he felt this way?
Yeah, that's a good question. And did they cancel it and then
So
they
what?
didn't actually get the cancellation?
So
That-
let's play. Who didn't make the phone call? Right?
Right. Which happens. We all know that happens.
Oh, yeah. But the stinking dispatchers are always mucking it up, making phone calls.
Well, they probably didn't. They probably got paid and didn't even. Yeah, all they were about getting we picked up from a dealership, so
Which-
I guarantee you that all they were worried about was getting their money. They didn't care.
Well,
at
and
that-
that's
after that
exactly
point.
why we say, so wait a minute, did sales know, but they didn't tell operations?
Here you go. That could happen.
I'm telling you, this is starting to actually get fun. Because we're now, what show are we on? We're on 100, did you know this is show 115
No. Wow.
for Dispatching Live?
Wow.
So it only took 100 shows to figure out that we're like a public service. We're not getting paid to do this detective work.
No.
So, I wonder if anybody's keeping track of how many times I toot my own horn. Don't do that. All right. It was the dispatcher got it in there. Okay, so, and that's why we say every Thursday at noon, play Pat Truck Stop with us here on Dispatching Live. I love that meme. I never get tired of this one. Because this is Facebook 10 years ago. Okay. We got Larry coming up. Not quite yet. So fingers on the buzzers. Remember what you've seen, heard, and learned. You can share the screen. Let's take, dude. You do know, Sue. Central Dispatch is feeling kind of lonely. We haven't talked about him.
We haven't yet today, have we?
We haven't talked about him.
Well, I haven't had anything. Well, and they haven't contacted me. They said they were going to contact me after the first year. I guess it's only the 12th. About working with them, or whatever you want to call it.
I think I've got a feedback meeting coming up
With them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I do. I'm curious now when that is. Oh, okay. I think it's next week. Yeah. And listen. Like, because right now somebody's like, "Oh my God, somebody just dropped all their papers in the hallway and tripped over the fax machine." Like, what did he say? Well, here's the thing. Just because I said that doesn't mean I'm not gonna, like, put the meeting live or nothing. People tell me stuff all the time now that they say, "Hey man, don't tell anybody." And
Right.
I keep those secrets. Just like when I talk about things, I don't want to name company names, but at the same time, I'm trying to be, we're trying to keep communication open in the industry. That's what we're trying to do. And I do want to say this. Let me know, before I forget, let me know. I want to know what happens with that dealership rejection delivery.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, I think they're trying to figure out where to take it to right now because this guy is being so adamant we can't even leave it there. Even
And-
though technically he owns it, right?
Well, this is what's funny. Although he may be rootin' tootin' mad,
Yeah.
yeah.
He technically bought it.
Didn't he kind of allude to the fact that they bought it?
Yeah, he said they paid too much for it, so I don't think he has a damn choice.
If you got, it's kind of like, this is where you get crazy at Walmart. Listen, if you bought it and you need to return it, you don't just throw it in the parking lot. No.
Yeah,
There is a professional way to return an item.
yeah,
Take it up with, I don't know, maybe where you bought it?
yeah.
And where did he buy it? Anybody?
CarOffer.
CarOffer. He bought it at CarOffer. See, I'm guessing CarOffer. Let's do this. Let's help the dealer. Here we go. If you're the delivery driver and you're dealing with the dealership that bought the unit illegally and doesn't know what to do with it, let's see here. Oh, here, you can click dealer support. You might want to walk up to the guy. Hey, I got an idea. Take delivery of the car and click here. I'll even put the link in the live chat. It is caroffer.com/contact-us/. And let's see here. Oh, need help with your account? Schedule a demo. Sell my car. Return this crap. Is there a return this crap button?
I don't think there is.
That might be part of the problem.
But I would certainly take the vehicle and do the inspection and then figure it out. I wouldn't be chewing the driver's ass out when he didn't have anything to do with it other than just picking it up and bringing it, Especially if you're the general manager.
And that's the thing too.
I'm sure this shit happens.
This is what literally everybody's in the dumpster on the dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Right? Because did the carrier screw this up? But
No.
But do you think later on when he's telling stories at a bar, he's gonna talk about how stupid the
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Can't even
You know
finish
that.
the sentence. I'm so upset.
Yeah. But you're right. It's
Right?
going to be the driver's fault.
Yeah, it's the driver's fault.
Or it's the broker's fault. It ain't going to be nobody in his
Who's the
company, trust me.
dispatcher? Yeah. And this is how the stupid dispatcher stuff got started. Because nobody wanted to take fault for being stupid.
Right. Yep. So it's always everybody else's fault.
Yeah, it's everybody else's. This America. Oh, man. All right. So we got Larry coming up in a bit. Do we have any loads to look at? Share that screen again before I take it away.
Okay. Well, I've got a driver in Memphis on Saturday. We can
Yeah,
go
let's
look
take a look
for.
at that.
Let's go look.
Let's roll some dice.
Do I have that up? No. Okay. Let me go put it in here.
Yeah. Y'all are dispatchers. Get to dispatching.
All right, so I'm just gonna, what I do with this guy is I first look for packs. So I'm gonna look, and even though he's a 3-car, he loves his packs. And usually I can get pretty good loads. So let's see, and I don't need it for 3 days, I need it for 2. We're just gonna leave it like that. Let's see what's on here for packs. Well, shit, that's a 6-pack. I don't know if they'd split it. I don't want that anyways. All right, even though, what's this? Not going to LA. Nope, nope, nope. All right, so we're going to take away the packs. Obviously, there's nothing out of there. Oh, I want to also, just so everybody knows, when I'm in Memphis, I look at Nashville and I look at Little Rock too. Because if they're paying well enough to go get them, you go get them. All right, let's see if there's packs out of there first.
Their events got this America.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now, see, if this was paying well enough, I'd drive him to Mount Juliet to pick this up. What are they? I bet they're in 3 different places too. Now he could fit it.
Oh, I had somebody put that in a comment on one of the broker shows I did. Bitching, man, people get so upset when they find out after the dispatch. There's your show. After the dispatch, that's when they find out. It's 3 ambulances at 3 different locations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing. Assertus does tell you when you go into their loads, it does tell you how many picks, how many drops.
Thank
but
you.
I wish they would put it on here so we don't waste our time.
See.
Just put it in there.
That's
you can put it in there. 3 picks.
That's what we're talking.
Yeah.
Because
And another company that's
sales
been doing
knew
it
this.
lately
It's not
too.
like sales didn't know.
Right. Is I've had, and I
Stop.
love Auction Direct. You all know I love Auction Direct, but the last couple loads I've gotten, we get them and we find out that one unit is someplace else. And they didn't tell us that on the phone either. They just sent them over as a
Now,
4-pack. And
did you-
guess what?
Did you just say Auction Direct?
Yes, because I love Bobby and them. But that
What's the
kind
name
of
of
shit
the
pisses me off.
What's the name of the company?
Auction Direct.
Okay, it's not Auction Direct Transport.
It might
Where are
be
they
Auction
based
Direct
out of?
Transport. Aren't they in Arizona?
Okay, we're talking about the same company.
Yeah,
Bobby?
we're talking about Bobby. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that Auction Direct just merged with Motway?
Are you shitting me?
No, I'm not.
Oh my God.
And they're
I
based
love
out of
Bobby.
Arizona. How can it be a different company?
It can be. That's them. Ah, shit.
I'm telling you, we are learning things live. Like, this has never happened in this industry before.
Auction Direct.
Like, these dots
So
just
Montway bought
have
Auction
never really
Direct, or they
connected.
merged?
Listen, I'm speculating live. I'll hit the buzzer, allegedly. America. But it seems like, I mean, yes, there we go. Bold just said Auction Direct is merged with Montway. It's the same company you just
merged.
said. Because here's why this matters. This news is all over, like, traditional automotive media. It's everywhere. Montway merged. They're saying Montway merged with Auction Direct, which is funny because I would say Auction Direct merged with Montway. I would say Auction Direct was acquired by Montway's
Montway.
parent company.
That's what I
That's
think.
what I would say.
Because Montway is huge now. So.
Yeah, Montway's freaking
sense.
huge now,
Yeah.
and they're growing. I mean, but they're not the only one. Dude, newsflash: Montway, Assertus, RunBuggy, RPM.
Think?
They're
RunBuggy doesn't even hardly
to
have
the
any load.
moon. These companies.
Really?
Oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe what they're up
You
to.
know, RunBuggy doesn't hardly have any loads.
Well, it's funny. Let's hit RunBuggy for a second. Bam! Just ran into him. Okay, so RunBuggy. It's like bumper cars.
Yeah.
Okay, RunBuggy. Listen, I've met some folks at RunBuggy, and I really like them. And in fact, RunBuggy, we had a RunBuggy executive on Titans of Car Shipping, but their name has come up a few times in conversations where here's the question: Does the best way to ask things? Start again. The best way to spread knowledge that you're not sure about is just to ask it as a question. Does RunBuggy have its own carriers? Do they represent themselves as being broker carrier, or do they just post loads? I don't
I thought
know.
they just posted loads.
See, but don't most brokerages kind of represent that they're also the carrier and they get the carrier? See, I'm hearing that RunBuggy just kind of suggests carriers. Like, here's the loads, here's our network, do what you will.
You mean like they put them on a load board? Is that what you're saying? And you just pick them? Or
Well, that's what I'm trying to learn.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they do.
And
You
let me
have
tell
to
you.
pick all your loads off their load board.
Yeah, I know, but then what?
Very confusing.
See, but like Ship Your Car Now sends a carrier. You don't have to go looking for a carrier. Ship Your Car Now finds the carrier.
Right, that you mean that they...
I don't think
dispatch it
RunBuggy
to us?
finds the carrier. I don't know.
I mean, essentially, because they put it on the load board and you go to their load board and you have to be registered with them and then you click the load.
Okay, yes. As a carrier, you go search their load board.
Right.
But I'm flipping it. As a shipper, you post a load on their load board
Oh.
But you don't really have any customer service beyond that.
Oh, so you're saying that shippers go on there and list them, not RunBuggy themselves.
Something like
Got
that.
you.
But I'm
Okay.
not sure. And here's what's important to me about this. How is it that I'm not sure? This is ATI Auto Business. We talk to everybody, we're learning everything we can, and we're sharing that information. But I honestly can't tell you, because if I can't tell you, who can?
Can we take it up to Memphis?
Yeah, we can. Okay, so auction direct prices will now be lowered to Montway standards. Oh, that's what Vince said. Oof.
They're telling us to
Well,
take
here's the
the
thing.
car.
In talking with Montway, I mean,
Yeah.
I'd like to think that there's less. What was the thing what was the champagne spraying that we're doing? Oh, what is it? Pick up and deliver any way you want? What's the thing? Sue?
Hold on.
What's the thing that I know she's in the middle of a
So
transaction.
check this out. They're telling us we have to take this
She's
truck.
what did they help me out, live chat? What was the thing we were always going on about?
I'm
Picks up
going over
anywhere,
right now at
delivers
this point in
anywhere. I can't remember what it was called. I can't remember what it was called. What's the thing?
Okay, say it again. Sorry. I'm
Picks
just
up
totally
anywhere,
blown away.
delivers anywhere, where they just post it wherever, even though it's not there.
Oh,
Actual pickup, actual delivery. My
delivery.
gosh.
There you go.
That was exhausting.
That's what like Vance had said too. Are they going to lower their standards down
But
to
I
Montway?
have we seen less of that?
No.
Oh,
And more people are doing it too.
that's what makes me so angry.
Yeah.
Is that, yeah, exactly. It's kind of like, you see the shoplifting at the stores. Now everybody's shoplifting. Sue, I don't even know why you pay for stuff anymore.
Right, but I can't cancel.
Have you seen the videos of shoplifters just shoplifting and then they leave?
My company will get a negative from another.
Yeah.
I know, you're busy.
Well,
What's the negative conversation going on? That's
It's
interesting.
Metro. Metro's telling us we have to take this truck out of there and cancel our loads.
No.
That's what Jen's telling them. There's no freaking way
No.
we're doing that.
Live.
I know there's an Odessa there.
Oh my.
She's telling them we can take it to Manheim, Memphis, Odessa, but they're wanting us to take it. And we're like, we're not taking it. You can't force us into taking it because you guys screwed up.
I know they're
Oh no.
Because he's already loaded to go to North Carolina. And it doesn't work like that.
And they're saying, so let me get this straight. They're saying that you need to, let's do this.
Straight up.
They're saying that you need to, check, mic check. Okay, we've caught a carrier live in the field. Move slowly. Don't make any sudden advances. Don't spook the dealer or the broker. Okay, so you're saying that, and it's pretty loud. This is pretty loud. Mic check. This is the first time here on ATI where we spotted a broker live.
Yeah.
So, all right. So the broker wants the carrier
To
to leave the delivery location, which is the proper location on the dispatch sheet.
Yep.
Correct? Okay.
Yep.
And the rate is agreed upon. Everything's been agreed upon. The carrier's done what they said they were going to do.
Yep.
The carrier is being told to leave the location with the vehicle and do what?
Where does he want us to take it to, Jen?
How far
No.
is that?
They want us to take it to North Carolina?
From Mississippi?
Oh, where?
For free?
They want us to take it back up to where we picked it up from, Nashville or Atlanta, Georgia. None of those are going to happen.
For free?
They are freaking crazy.
For free.
For free. Well, no, they probably want to pay us, but it doesn't matter. We've already got our
But we're
driver
not going
loaded.
that way anyways. So what they need to do is,
Yeah.
given that, the driver needs to deliver it, within
He's-
25 miles.
Yeah. And
Right.
they're wanting us to go all the way to Nashville, which is 250 miles. Atlanta, Georgia is 400 miles. And going back up to it's actually past St.
No.
Louis. That's another 400 miles.
Without mentioning any company names, we are talking about a company that drops G's regularly in marketing, advertising, goodwill, etc. They're the best. They're the global. They're the universal. They're the awesome mothership of auto transport. And they're telling your carrier this?
Yeah. I would tell that guy there.
Wow.
He has
That's
to
crazy.
accept it. Or if he doesn't accept it, we'll put it on the lot.
How Under
and take
what
pictures.
under what justification can they order the driver to do
They
this?
can't. Like Jen told him, she goes, "You guys can't
So
make
now-
us do this."
So now you guys are arguing over a negative?
Yep. Yep.
This is auto transport. I feel like Walter Cronkite. Who? That's crazy, man. That happened live? Somebody grab that YouTube link and share it. So next time you hear that company say, we're the best, we're the team, wear our clothing. Yeah? Watch this.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, that stuff bugs me.
I'm still just blown away that this.
I'm not.
One of the main guys
I'm
you
not
talked to or
surprised at
someone
all.
else?
Newsflash. I'm not surprised at all. By the way. At all. I've been saying that's par for the course of this freaking industry.
Yeah.
Especially companies like that.
Yeah.
That's how they operate. My gosh. And they buy up as much real estate around them as they can so nobody can get close and throw a rock.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's a tow company that's either nearby
Sucks.
where we're at or in Memphis that we could drop
Put it in the
them
live
to,
chat.
right?
That's stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
we could take it to the tow yard that we're going to.
Yeah, exactly. There's got to be a tow company within 20 miles we can drop this piece of crap.
Yeah.
It's not our problem.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
you know
the guy
what?
paid for it. Who's paying? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Take it up with Return This Crap Button Company. You know, and that's another problem, is that what do you think happens when you're an Uber Eats driver and this crap comes up? You know?
Yeah.
The driver's got noodles, a big giant quart of noodles, and he delivers it, and the lady's like, I don't want it. What happens? Does Uber Eats say eat the noodles, or what do they say? Bring it back to the noodle company for free? I don't know. I actually don't know.
There's
Thank
gotta
you, Vance. This is the company that posts shit for 30 cents a mile and say they are competitive.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah. Raleigh to Nashville, yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Hey! God dang, that makes me mad. Oh, man. That makes me so mad, dude. Wow. I'm so tired of hearing how globally, universally awesome some companies say they are. I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
All right,
I
somebody
agree
better
with
change the channel.
Yeah, we might
I'm
explode
gonna,
right
I'm
now.
gonna freaking blow my skull cap. Yeah. Yes, sir. All right, we got Larry questions coming up. I don't know if anybody's got anything. And let's see here. Let me just check the. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. All right, let's do some Larry. Let's have some fun. One more look at the load board before we go, because it's just so fun. Were you searching for? Do you have any Do you have any holes or thing? Well, how about this? Here we go. Here's a fun experiment. Let's say you have to take that car back.
Yeah.
Let's play What's Gonna Go With It.
Nothing. Here, I'll show you.
What is gonna go with that piece of crap you just got stuck with? Let's play What's Gonna Go With It.
That guy is not willing to let it stay there. I don't know what you want me to do.
Yeah.
Oh!
Well, what am I supposed to do with the key?
I just typed, the dealer is the issue, and the dealer's issue is with the broker and the auction platform, not the carrier.
Just call Metro and let them know what they're doing, what you're doing before he does it. Tell him, hang tight till we talk to Metro. Though.
And here's the thing: what's done is done. We already saw and heard live that there was a duel in the street with a single shot pistol.
And
Now, you can make it right after the fact, but we know we had to go to pistols before we got to reason. And that should not have to happen. But what's done is done. Make it right. take that piece of crap off the trailer near that dealer and deal with it. It's not the freaking carrier's problem.
No. And there's nothing going from Memphis up to even St. Louis on this board. There's
Who
nothing.
wants to play? Nobody cares.
So the driver just told us that the general manager said we could leave the truck there, but he was not accepting the keys and we should take the keys with us. What the?
Oh, good. So we have scenario 2 of stupid. What is it again?
Told
Say it
him he
again.
could leave the truck there, but he wouldn't accept the keys and he needed to take the keys with him.
Okay.
Yeah, we could just leave the keys. in the
That'll work.
tailpipe
We
or
will
whatever.
leave the truck there. What do you do with the keys? How is there a lake close by?
Yeah, we'll throw them in a lake and let
Yeah.
them figure it out. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, figure it out. Okay,
Yeah,
so
we're talking
leave the,
on Metro
the
right
I
now.
like this is fine. That's fine. We'll play Who Wants to Get Stupid. We leave the truck. What do you do with the keys? Because this is going to be the crux now. Well,
Yeah.
you need to drive the keys back to the office and
Or something, yeah.
yeah. So
Well, I'm thinking we should just leave them in the tailpipe or inside the door or
well,
gas
what if it
tank.
gets stolen?
It's on
It
them.
didn't get delivered. Can't do
Should
that.
have figured it out, huh?
Okay, you can't do that because if that freaking truck gets stolen, whose problem? Who wants to play? Whose problem is it?
It'll be Metros.
It'll
'cause
be
we're
no. It'll be the carrier's problem because the dealer never took delivery, and
No.
the dealer will argue, "We didn't know.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't happen.
Well, that's
we
why
never
we're
s-"
telling Metro right now what they've agreed
Yeah.
to do.
Well, yeah.
So,
Well, they
as long
sound
as we've
super
got
reliable
Metro's
right
okay
now.
and the person's name that okayed it, then we should be
Oh,
in the clear. But
Jay didn't just say that. Is anybody from that brokerage watching the show? Are you kidding me?
yes, if they are,
I
then
would
they're
have
probably
every
cringing right
monitor
now.
watching the show going, "Hey, boss,
Yeah. Hey, boss.
we can't.
This is what's going on right now,
We need to
boss."
like take care of this thing.
Yeah.
Of all the crap we've done, this one's live.
Well, yes, I agree. Ty said the dealer is the issue. I agree.
Yeah.
But the person that's handling this, which would be the broker, should be handling this business. So, oh my god.
Oh my God! Right now, I'm just thinking of
did
what's
two
the title
lines
of this
of
show gonna be. What
we
is
should call
it?
it 2 lines of coke.
2 lines
That's
of
what Ty
coke.
said. Guarantee you the dealer just did 2 lines of coke and a shot of Jack. True, he could put it in the Dropbox, Jen. We could put the keys in the
It's
Dropbox.
freaking awesome.
Good idea.
God, I
Good
think
idea,
we
Carlos.
should. I think Carlos, we should all do a shot of Jack. Who's got Jack on hand? Come on, let's play. Who wants a shot of Jack? I'm telling you, I guarantee the carrier wants a shot of Jack. The dealer wants a shot of Jack. Somebody at CarOffer wants a shot of Jack. Who wants a shot of Jack? Oh, and it's hilarious. Wow, this
This is some crazy
this
shit.
show is freaking awesome. Wow. Well, there's nothing to go with it. All right. Well, then I guess
Larry.
yeah, we'll do some Larry. All right, here we go.
What do you do with a Klondike bar?
Not much. Not today. All right, here we go. Who wants to play every... Oh, wait, no. What do we got? No, we need this. Every Tuesday night. That's right, we got 5 new questions. Step right up. 5 new questions. Every Tuesday night, we've got 5 new questions. Why do we do this? Well, we play Are You a Car Shipping Guru? It's Ask Larry. It's powered by ATI and Superflow Systems. That's Mark Grodicke, your friend in auto transport software. Oh, and he's wearing a TAQ apron. That's Larry the Llama, transportautoquoter.com. If you need to give quotes in the middle of the night or when you're busy to a prospective shipper, you can use Transport Auto Quoter and give them a quote that, you know, is close to what exactly it needs to be. All right. We're going to have some of those quotes during the show today, and we may not love them all, but this is market rate, and it's help, and it's knowledgeable. Question 1. Each year, around blank fatal accidents involving semi-truck drivers occur. Is it 1,600, 2,600, 3,600, or 4,600?
I think it's got to be in the 46. I can't remember what you showed a little while ago. But it was high.
It was high. That's your takeaway. It was high. Each year around 4,600 fatal accidents involving semi-truck drivers occur.
Yep.
Okay, calculators. Get your calculator, because this is, whenever I see a number that is interesting, I get my calculator.
So 4,600 divided by 365.
That's exactly right. And you know what the answer is?
Too many.
Oh. Yeah, it's
12.6.
That's it. 12 not 12 drivers, but 12 people die a day involving semi-trucks.
That's crazy.
Do you want to work at a law firm now? Now think about it. That's why the get rich quick video guy is now doing videos for law firms. Okay. You want to get rich while you ride an escalator? Okay. I don't even know how to do those stupid videos. All right, here we go. Question 2. Somebody's like, yeah, right, Jay, you're doing it. Okay. Question 2. What is the appropriate carrier pay to ship a 2022 Volvo XC90? It's a running Volvo on an open carrier from Morgantown, North Carolina to Miami, Florida. And I like these details. So this is a runner, open carrier, Morganton, North Carolina to Miami, Florida.
I'm not sure where Morganton is. It sounds
I know.
like Raleigh or
well,
I don't know.
what's interesting about North Carolina is you can get up in the hills quick.
And anything going to Florida ain't going to be paying that fantastic.
Well, so like I was thinking like, okay, Charlotte. Let's play this. Charlotte to Jacksonville. What's an average rate Charlotte to Jacksonville?
Probably $300.
Right, and it should be I think it was 500. I think we were going for 500 when I was a dispatcher.
Yeah,
but that was in the days of yore.
Let's see.
Now we add Morganton and we add Miami. Now what are we at? 300 and some chicken nuggets?
Yeah, let's look. Charlotte, you said.
Oh, we got 650. 2 650s in the live chat. Did you guys watch Tuesday night?
CarOffer just called that guy and told him he had to take it, and he's going to now.
No.
Yep. You don't have a choice. They told him he had to accept it. They'll
Now,
work
who
on it
told
later.
you that?
Metro just told us that. They
That
just got off the
CarOffer
phone.
told him it's his?
They told him he had to accept the car. Yep. All right. So look, Charlotte to Jacksonville, 250.
But I want to say this. But the conversation,
Yeah.
the argument,
Right.
but the argument did happen
Oh yeah.
where you
All
need to take that car back to you.
Yeah.
You-
Yeah.
Mordecai,
we've been sitting here
you
for
better
an
go.
hour dealing with this stupid shit.
That
Well,
actually
maybe they
happened.
watched our show.
Exactly. Now you can say it didn't, but it did.
Yep.
That's fine. I'm glad that we're all doing the right thing now. But what did that take?
Yeah. An hour waste of time.
Yeah,
That's
an hour
what
and a live show?
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
So, okay, so I'm just looking at Charlotte to Jacksonville, and like I said, I thought they would run 250 to 300. That's what they're running. So, this is going all the way to Miami. I bet it don't pay them no more than 460.
Right?
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, shoot. If it's 300 to Jacksonville, it's probably 200 to Miami. Come on, man.
Yeah,
I'll do
that
it.
is
You
true.
know.
That's sad. It's probably 280. You're probably right. That's
Okay,
sad.
so we're at 650 is the guess. 650 is
Mine is 460. I'm going 460.
All right, Sue's going 460.
It's gonna be something stupid. I think.
We put a lot of time into this one. Anybody got a final guess? Okay, right. It's up near Asheville, 35 miles apart.
So it's even further up north.
Okay. Wow.
Let's look at
So
Miami.
bring your banjo because this Volvo's got to move. All right, here we go.
There you go. 350.
650.
Really? Look at this. Charlotte to
650.
Miami, 350. Charlotte to Miami, 400.
Show me. Take it over,
Oh, yeah,
please. Yeah, I want to see that. Yeah.
And
Do you
yeah,
see?
I mean,
and
Morgantown's
if you're
gonna
a
be
shipper,
further north.
if
so
you're a
it's by
shipper,
Hickory.
this information is gold. If you're a shipper. Okay.
I mean, here's one for Nexus for 600. It's a Hellcat, which that's good money if it's legit, because you never know if they are. But look, here's one for
Right.
275.
A
All the way to
Hellcat.
Miami. You're right. It's cheaper going all the way to Miami.
Heck yeah.
300, 400. That's over in Hendersonville. That's a different direction.
Oh,
This would be more like it. Look, they got 2 for 750.
is there? Oh my gosh! Is there a
Yeah.
compare button we can hit?
I think does the compare button come up? And I only if I go in there and like I'm listing it. Oh no, there it is. You're right. Here it is.
Is there?
Price compare.
Oh, price compare.
There you go.
Boy, those prices
700.
seem high, though. Am I wrong?
350, 350. Well, no, this is for two
Oh, those are
vehicles.
two yeah,
this
there we
is
go.
3 vehicles, 1,600. That's probably actually pretty good.
So we're looking at so right now somebody's thinking it's 300, it's 350.
3 to 350 is what they're running on
Wow.
here. And,
What's
I mean,
the
like I said,
mileage? Can you go to
it's
the map on this
800.
Morganton?
Yeah, the Morgantown
see this.
was a total of hang on.
Show me the map.
That's
Who
It's
wants to
813 miles from Morgantown to Miami.
Can you put the map up on the
Yeah, yeah.
Who wants to play? Show me the
There you go.
map.
So it's even a little bit further
Oh my
north
gosh.
than Hickory even.
Dude, and that, by the way, that moment where you pick up, what does that look like?
Yeah.
I want to see, I want to see the curves, the trees, the hills,
But
the
put
creek.
his name on it. I would.
I'll bet there's a single bridge creek,
Shouldn't we put his name on it?
right? Is this picking up in Redbud? Have you seen Funny Farm?
But I are kind of wondering.
Yes, I've seen Funny Farm, one of my favorite movies.
Right? Me too. I love that movie. But, and I don't, no offense to Redbud. I don't care about that. My point is, what's it like being a car hauler going to pick it up? It's just one of those things where they say, we'll just swing on by.
And grab it, yeah.
Right.
You know, the only way you're swinging
Yeah.
on by is if you're coming from Knoxville
Yeah.
or Johnson City. Because if you're in Charlotte, you're having to drive all that way up there to get that car. I don't think 650 is enough. But it is Florida, so you know.
Well,
if
no,
you're
and
going to
good
Florida,
point,
you're gonna get
Vance.
screwed no
What?
matter
How much did so whoever owns this thing, what did they pay for it? So why is it being transported? What's the pickup and delivery location? Can we find out? Oh, that's right. We're in Larry.
Yeah, you're in Larry. It's
I
not
just
a real load.
switched over to like this is a real load. Whoa.
Okay, Jay had the 2 lines of Coke, okay?
Take her easy. I'm like wearing that muff hat with the flaps, like running around.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh shoot!
Oh my god.
But it's funny. Well, dispatching's in my DNA forever. I'm like, I'm like forever tainted. This should be a dispatch phrase, forever tainted. Okay. This is getting awkward.
Oh my.
Oh shoot. All right, I'm going to take this greenback. That was awesome. Whoa. Talking about a rabbit hole. Here we go. Question 3. What is the #1 cause of trucking accidents? Driver error, ELDs, bad weather, or is it bad cargo?
I'd say it's driver error.
I wrote bad cargo. I'm so proud of
Did you?
myself. Bad cargo. Bad cargo. That is ridiculous. Okay. What is the #1 cause of trucking accidents?
I'm gonna say it's driver, but
Okay, Sue's got driver.
Okay. Yeah.
Carlos has driver. Vance has dispatcher.
Vance. That's not even on the list.
It was the dispatcher. It was the driver. Yeah, driver error. Which is why autonomous trucking will always be a thing. The genie's out of the bottle. If the driver is the one that caused the error most of the time,
Yeah.
they're going to find a way to make the computer better than the driver. And what's really sucks, and if you're following Chat GPT, have you heard about this? Chat GPT? I talked about, I think I said it a few weeks ago. It's not going away. Chat GPT is, right now, it's just the Atari of AI. But it's, you can type in stuff and it'll spit back like really, like you'd think somebody typed it. It's just a computer. And if the computer can type back stuff that blows your mind, wait until it can drive the truck. blowing your mind. I'm just saying. I'm not excited about it. I'm just saying the day will come. Okay. Thanks, Jay. Wow. We liked you a lot more when you were playing Banjo in the Hills. Question 4.
Oh my God.
What is the appropriate carrier pay to ship a running 2017 Honda Civic on an open carrier from Longview, Texas to Yorktown, Virginia? $400, $557, $20, $990. This is a running Honda Civic, open carrier, Longview, Texas to Yorktown, Virginia. Now, first of all, remember the pessimism. You're picking up in Texas.
Yes. So cheap. There you
Yeah.
go.
They do not pay you to pick up in Texas unless
only
you
thing
know
is,
somebody.
Longview is really not on the normal path, so I always had to pay more out of Longview. But
Right.
still.
Then you got to remember nobody cares.
Right. I'm gonna say 720. It should be 990, but I'm gonna say 720. Watch is gonna be 550, but
Right? It actually could be 550. Because then you got to remember that people think that drivers are driving around empty begging to pick up cars.
yeah.
And you also got to remember that everybody thinks everything's like a 20 car that you find in China and they can just swing on by.
Yeah.
Right? 1300's not even on there. Exactly. This is auto transport. Aren't you guys begging to pick up my car? That's what the guy told me when I went on Google. What's the mileage on that? Let's go to the map. Yeah, let's go to the map and check out the mileage. I got to see this one. I want to go down the rabbit hole again. That was too much fun. Who brought the jack?
Texas, and it was Yorktown, Virginia.
Ty brought it?
Town.
Yeah, Longview, Texas to Yorktown, Virginia, and then you got a share screen. Oh, and we're overtime. We're doing great.
1,244 miles. Yeah.
1,200 and...
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Once again, nobody's just going to be in Longview. They're going to drive from Dallas empty to pick up that car. So it needs to be paying more than that because of that.
$720 divided by 1,200, and that's 1,244 miles on a rope. Well,
Right.
you know what I mean.
Right. That's without stopping.
Okay. Oh, well, see, here it is. But aren't you guys getting rich? I mean, you're getting rich. It's 57 cents a mile. I mean, my gosh. I mean, shoot. Let's check Central Dispatch. Anything to go with it? Who wants to play? What goes with it? Man, y'all getting so rich. Right, and Vance has, well, but Universally Globally Awesome has it at 475, so, I mean, y'all are getting rich. I just renamed the company. Universally Globally Awesome.
Oh, my.
I'm going to go ahead and type that. I think that might be the name of this show. Universally, because now we all know who we're talking about. Because I don't want to get in trouble either. But Universally Globally Awesome, that'll work. I just changed the company name. Live. Hey, Sue, did you check Central to see what goes with it?
Oh, no.
Longview to Yorktown?
Yeah, I can do that.
Well, here's the thing, Ty. It's a really good question. And believe me, Mark is like, when we do this, Mark is like, why do I let you do this every week? Well, for a couple reasons. One is Transport Autoquoter is an awesome tool. And two, you have to understand the pessimism of the marketplace, right? Because if you're just walking dogs and watching get-rich-quick videos, you're in for a surprise. Okay.
Hey, there's no loads going in that direction.
And there's nothing to go with it.
So let's do a longer.
Well, they didn't tell me that when they made the get-rich-quick video.
Yeah.
Shoot.
All right. So,
All right.
is there anything else that's actually in Texas?
Even on the way, this is where you need to search along route. How about did they release that search gold bars along route button yet?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's on here. Yeah, I can put it in.
Really? Search
Yeah.
gold bars along route as a button?
No, but search
Oh.
loads along route is a button.
Well, Stu, that's not what I asked you for.
Well, you can so search gold bars by
Yes,
just
sir?
putting in $1 a mile, but
Oh, okay, good.
there's nothing on here. Even along, well, I mean, I didn't put along the route, but I put in a 300-mile radius around Longview going to
300 miles, by
yes,
the way.
and there's
Who
also
wants to
17
drive?
loads.
Who wants to drive 300 miles to pick up something that'll go with the crap you're stuck with?
Right, because there's one up in Tulsa going to Fredericksburg, and it's only paying $7.
Oh my God, you got to drive to Tulsa
Yeah.
to get another
This
load.
one is down. Hutto is Austin, so you drive to Austin for a $1,300 one to Norfolk. Here's one in Louisiana going to Richmond for $650. Yeah, there's not much on here. Here's a 3-pack for 46 cents a mile from Canton, Mississippi to Elizabeth City, North Carolina. I'm sure they're huge. What are they? Oh, I'm sorry. It's 8 vehicles. I hate, this is the other thing I hate. I don't know what the glitch is in their program is.
Oh my God, who is
but
this?
it says 3. It says 3 and it's really 8. Supreme.
Okay, but whose fault is that?
I think it's got to be a
Oh,
glitch for
look, it's 3.
Central.
Look, it's
Frontier.
3 listings. Okay, now this is interesting.
These are
we
the
need
vehicles.
we need to screenshot this. I'm gonna
So
screenshot
this is
it.
6 Nissan
gonna-
Frontiers, 1 Nissan Altima, and 1 Titan.
Don't worry. Hold my beer, because I'm gonna screenshot this,
Okay.
and I'm gonna give it to our friend. 3 or 8 load screenshot. It's a good thing I can't think of his name right now because, you know, I don't want him to get thrown out of the company for talking to me.
Yeah, I don't understand why it's doing it. I see this all the time on people that doing the 8, 9 packs. And it's coming over as 3, and then you click on it and you see how many of
Okay,
it.
Vance says they're all that way from that company.
Well, but it's not just their company. I'm seeing it on Masney. I've seen it on more. Anybody that's listing more than
Yeah.
2
Carlos,
cars, 3 cars.
it's the way
I've
they
seen it.
posted it, which means it's not CarOffer's problem. No, it's yeah. So it's not the broker. It's the technology.
It's got to be because it says Nissan Frontier, 6 of them.
Right.
So
It's
right
counting the
there.
line items.
Yeah,
It's not
that's
counting.
what it is. So it's got to be a central problem.
Now, and is it? But in defense, Your Honor, is it Central's problem, or do they need to list each vehicle on its own line item?
Yeah, I mean, I see that. That's how it would work, right? But that's, I mean, if you have multiples of the same vehicle, I would do the same thing.
So how can this be solved?
Let Central know they've got a glitch in their program.
Oh,
I mean, really.
come on, man! It's so easy. Did you tell Kamala?
You talking about Camilla Harris? Is that what you're talking about?
We don't tell Kamala nothing. Question 5. Here we go. About blank people suffer injuries in crashes with large trucks and buses annually. Did you study? 82,000, 133K, 182,000, or 233K. About how many people suffer injuries in crashes with large trucks and buses annually. Crank up the law firm. We got something.
I am going to go with the 233.
I'm going to take the number divided by 365. Holy cow. If you can do math quickly, it's 500 injuries a day from large trucks and buses, dude.
If it's 233,000, is that what you mean?
No, and it's only 182,000. Thanks for playing. That's nuts. 500 a day?
I'm sending it to you, Jen.
We ain't got enough paralegals to follow up on this, yo. That's insane. So I brought all these up because we did this show. I think I forgot to. Let me see if I can Find it real quick here. We did this show Tuesday night. Nexar Dash Cams. Okay? Do you think you want to get a dash cam now that you know that there's 500 injuries a day from trucks and buses?
So do I have a story for you about that one?
Really? Take it away.
So one of my drivers yesterday was in Mississippi. He got pulled over, and he's a 5-car. And they pulled him over because one of the cars had a license plate on it. And then they inspected every car, pulled it all apart, looking for drugs. Does that make any sense?
Wait a minute. What? Where was he?
Mississippi, and he got pulled over twice. He got pulled over by one guy, went down the road, and got pulled over again. And then that was the guy that said, well, you have a license plate on that car, sir, so we need to inspect every single car like he was hauling drugs. I'm like, most cars have license plates on them, you retard. What the hell are you talking about?
So, is there something else going on here? Like, did they use that as a reason
To do it? That's
like,
the
is
only
it-
thing I can think of.
Is there something about his trailer, his carrier,
Well, he's just
him?
got a 5-car Mini Kaufman, and I mean, he's been in business for, what, 3 years now?
That is odd.
Yeah.
I'm saying the license plate was a story and they had something else they were going for.
I think
Maybe
they were
there's a
doing drugs.
was there a car on the trailer that fits a description of, like, you know, was he hauling like a clown car or a Batmobile?
No, he had
or-
on. He didn't have on anything even weird, right?
That's
It was
really
just normal.
weird. That is a weird. Well, there's something we don't know about what they were looking for,
I
obviously.
mean, they were like Honda Accords. I
Good
mean,
job,
nothing,
Captain Obvious. Strikes again.
Nothing
That's
was
weird.
like a weird car or anything like that.
Well, I don't know how the camera would help you in that situation, but I do want to mention that Nexar
Well, he told
Dash.
the reason why the camera was. Sorry, I
Oh.
forgot.
Oh.
He told the cop, I have a camera in the front and a camera in the back, and the cop said, "Why do you need that?" And he goes,
Get
"Just
outta
because
here."
This is just like this.
Why do you need that?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, I wonder why people don't. I'm just gonna stop there.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, this is a sweet system. If you're looking for a camera, you want to check out Tuesday night's Nexar show. That was a great show with lots of information. We had a co-founder from Nexar. We had, I think he was a tech guy also on the show. And here we go. Nexar Dash Cams. Put it in the live chat. You can check out the show. That's what you should watch next. We're almost done here. I know what video you should watch next.
Yeah, definitely would always recommend having a camera, honestly.
Exactly.
When
Because
they first came out, a lot of my drivers went out and bought them for just that instance. Plus, one of my drivers got beat up in
oh
the
my
parking lot
gosh.
by his truck, and he had it all on camera to give to the cops. So
That's the
that
thing.
too.
And so one of the things we were talking about is you got the camera facing out the windshield, and then you got the driver camera. You don't
Yeah.
have to get the driver camera.
Right.
But, it's part of the package of what they offer. But yeah, get the camera facing out the windshield at minimum.
Yeah.
And then they even know people that have two, one out the windshield, one out the back.
Yeah. Yeah, that way you're
So-
covered.
Yeah. Vince has got the two Utes. The two Utes. All right. The answer was 182,000. That's 500 injuries a day. And yeah, Vance, when I was an Uber driver, loved the dash cam. Yeah, and I've seen, there's a guy with an Uber driver channel. There's probably several now. And those videos, man, you wouldn't believe what
Oh,
gets...
I'm sure.
It-
You'd probably make a whole thing out of that.
when I see that kind of stuff, I think, man, I thought I did stupid stuff. Whoa.
Do you remember that show where you get on the taxi and they ask you questions?
Yes.
It's like that.
Cab cash?
Yes,
Cab-
or cash cab. Cash
Cash
cab. Yeah.
Cash cab. Oh, man. Thanks, everybody, so much for sticking around. We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you've got something, go ahead and send in the news. Send it to autotransportintel@gmail.com. Send anything you want. And we'll see if we can incorporate it into a show. If you see this, you're dealing with a podcast, as it's a great way to consume this show. And it's ATI Auto Business. That's what you're looking for. We are ATI Auto Business. Don't forget, you can call or text Ty 417-483-2764. And even if he doesn't know what you're talking about, he wants to learn more about why you think you need help with your question. He's very sympathetic, a lot of empathy, and he doesn't stand for BS. So if you want to run a BS idea past him, go for it. We also, Ty is my co-host on Friday's show. Tomorrow's show is Cars on the Move. We connect dealers, auctions, carriers, and tech. Tomorrow we have Renee Lowe and Darcy Case. Now this is cool. Who's Renee Lowe and Darcy Case? I mentioned Renee earlier in the show.
Yep.
Renee is with Harding Brooks Insurance Agency. What did he say? Insurance. Harding Brooks Insurance Agency. And Darcy is with a recovery business out of Indiana. Tomorrow's going to be an awesome, informative show. If you want to learn more, share about recovery, or you want to learn more about share about insurance, bring it tomorrow on Cars on the Move live at noon Central Time. That is going to be awesome. And I'll share this now, and I'm going to share it again tomorrow. Here's the information. If you have had it with hunting for insurance and you don't know what to do, and you want a second opinion, a third opinion, here's Renee's email address, rlow@hardingbrooks.com. She works with Mike Peplinski, mpeplinski at hardingbrooks.com. You can go to hardingbrooks.com, call 315-214-5822. Get a jump on me on the show, because we're going to be live tomorrow with Renee and Darcy, and we're going to talk about insurance, managing risk, etc. et al. Ad nauseum live. Thanks for jumping in the live chat. Really do appreciate it. Let us know how we can help you. If you stuck around for most of the show, thank you. That was very nice. We appreciate that. Sue, this was an incredible episode.
Yes, this has been fun.
Holy mackerel. How's everybody? No, I don't hear anybody yelling about negatives in the background.
No, she was yelling because there's a load that just came up after her driver left. That's the way it always works, isn't it?
Oh my God, I hate that.
I know.
Now, was this a situation where did anybody beg the driver just hang on?
No, I think she had him like 2 or 3, and he was ready to get going, so he started moving, and then it just popped up.
Have you been in the situation where you've begged the
Yes.
driver just wait?
Yeah.
And they won't
We'll
wait?
usually tell them, no, most of my
Okay.
drivers, there's only a few that are really impatient.
I've
There's
been
just
there.
a few. Most of them will sit there for an hour or two for us, especially if there's no loads. They don't really have a choice.
Well, and the other problem
we've
is,
got
I mean,
Partle that's
if
different.
when the dispatcher begs a carrier just wait a few minutes, now the onus is on the dispatcher.
Right.
So
If nothing comes up. Yeah.
So you got to say, well, okay,
Yeah.
I guess it's time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the BMW paying, they got gold bars in the back seat. You can just take one, pops up.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
It was the dispatcher.
Funny.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. Thank you so much. Please end the show, Jay. Please put us out of our misery.
Okay.
All right, office, what do we say?
What do we say, office? Goodbye, Sue.
Goodbye, Sue. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll see you again soon. Please join us tomorrow on Cars on the Move.
All right. We'll see
All
you
right,
next
peace
week.
out. Thank you.